think we're done talking about season 1 then, right? It's not much to it anymore.
You have the whole thing of Mao. I have no idea what the point of that was, kind of.
I think the whole Mao thing was to introduce other people with Geasses. Like, it wasn't just Lelouch.
I guess, but it's weird that he comes back.
They didn't do anything with it because, like, in season 2, it's no one else with the Geass, right? Well, besides Rolo.
Well, there's other characters who have been Geassed, or because remember there's that knight dude who's got like the eye that can see the future, and then dies in an instant.
I don't get that part. It's because what Suzaku's Geass told him to live, so he can go super speed. I don't know.
So basically, the guy was too busy using his power to see in the future that he wasn't actually paying attention to what's happening right now, and so he looks into the future and sees Suzaku cutting him, and before he can react to that, he's already being cut. That's it. It's just the guy that's being stupid and using his power to look into the future and not actually like react to it though. Because that's the thing is if you can see the future, that's great. But can you react in time?
That's true. Yeah.
Like, if you look into the future, see someone shooting a gun at you, are you able to dodge it now?
Yeah, that's true.
If you can see far enough and then you get a bit of like a minute warning. But if you only get like a 5-second warning, yeah, you're not dodging that bullet. And that's what happened to him. He's being an idiot.
Was Mao's power hearing people's thoughts?
Yeah, he can read people's minds, but he couldn't turn it off, so he went nuts.
See, that's a good idea, and I guess it's a good warning, but they don't build up on it, and to the point that in the compilation movies, they took him out completely, right?
Yeah, because it has nothing.
Yeah,
like the first battle with him is actually funny. Is actually pretty good. Because that's one where he takes C2 and does like a almost like a B movie with her, where they go to an amusement park and he's got her all tied up and threatening to cut her up.
Yeah.
And then Lush uses this thing where he goes on screen and starts talking to him, and they have a whole conversation. And then at the same time, though, that was actually just a recording, and Lush is with the police, and they all come with a SWAT team, and just come in and just murder him with guns. And they never explain how he survives that, but like that's the best part. I was like, yeah, because he's not gonna be able to tell. He can't mind read through a TV. So Lush just made a whole fake conversation with this guy, and then it was actually sneaking up on him.
Funny, because that's how he beats Schneisel, too.
That one makes no sense there, though. Because it's an episode-long conversation, and they're playing chess at the same time. And somehow it was all a recording.
This is so stupid.
It makes no sense.
I love it, though. The big reveal. That one Maxim stupid, so I was like, you know what? I'll forgive them. Like,
and like they try to I remember people who try to defend it. There's one point where like Schneisel says something, and Lush kind of like ignores it and says something different.
Mm-hmm.
But it just makes it. But the guy doesn't realize, and but that's supposed to be like, oh look, he didn't perfectly predict the entire conversation because he didn't respond to what Schneider was saying there. But it's like, but it's not just to take it. You just take it as Lelouch ignoring him. But it's like, no. How are they playing this guy played chess in the exact same way every single time? And like, you could argue had Lelouch and Sasha been hanging out for years with each other, that, okay, he could predict his behaviors. But Lelouch has talked to this guy once in like last 10 years.
I was gonna say, and Ian Schneisel wasn't introduced until like late into season 2.
He's introduced into like mid-season 2, where he's really chummy with Cornelia, because like apparently every single Britannia wants to fuck each other.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Yeah, even then they like had the weird hinting between Lelouch and the Euphemia. I was like, what? I guess the last thing to talk about is what do you call it? The cliffhanger for episode 25.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Because I remember everyone freaks the hell out because wait, that's where you're going to end the season?
It makes sense to reveal it.
It works too. It's kind of funny because he shoots the bullet on the thing and it just cracks it perfectly in half like an egg.
Yeah.
And then
it's like some anime bullshit. There's no like bullet hole either on the fucking thing.
I know, but somehow it still makes Lelouch's like forehead bleed so he can get like extra evil. But like I love when it blows up because then you can see they put like so much animation into his hair move.
Do they ever establish that they can see his eye, like the Geass eye?
I think the actual answer is no, because that would actually explain why they didn't see Yuffie's eyes glowing red. I don't know. Because early on in the show, I think Lelouch tests it out on like this teacher, and I think and he looks right at him with the red eye.
Yeah.
And the guy doesn't react at all.
Oh man, that poor girl he Geassed in the beginning.
They put the X on the thing.
That's dark, man. Because in season 2 they go back to it. She's still there doing it.
I can't remember in the movie if they show that thing still being marked up.
Like, it's horrible, honestly. I'm saying it makes sense that he lost control of it so fast.
But they don't build up to it until the very episode where it breaks down. If it had been faulty for like the last couple episodes before that, then it'd be fine. And even then, still, the rest of it still doesn't make sense. It's just fucking. It's one of the worst written episodes I've ever seen in my life. But here it's just so stupid because it's just everything that happens is so highly convenient just for the plot.
Mhm.
And the entire thing is like, well, was it worth it though? Like, oh look, now Lucian and Sasaki are really pissy at each other.
Yeah, there's no real impact to that either. It's just that.
And Euphemia dies. Oh, this character who didn't really do all that much. That was barely a character. Instead of trying to, do anything with her.
Like if she was an actual threat to Britannia and a major blow by accidentally killing her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she wasn't, and everyone just thought she was a child anyways, of how naive she was.
So it doesn't do anything, and the character never gets a chance to develop into a real character. So, like, hell, at one point they tease her being able to pilot a mech. She saves when she tries to save Suzaku, she's piloting one of the mechs.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, yay, maybe, and like they even create a freaking pink Lancelot at one point. Hey, there you go. There's the character's mech.
Didn't
Nope.
C2 end up piloting that?
Yeah, and it makes no sense. I think C2 is just doing the troll Suzaku. Because I think she's the one who chooses the colors.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the most garish looking piece of crap ever.
It's like Lack is a Zaku. It's like some pink ass thing.
Because then she get her own version of something and it's pink as well.
Who? Lacus?
Lacus, yeah.
Yeah, she pilots a pink Zaku for a concert, and then she also pilots the Justice
Yeah,
or Infinite Justice. I forgot which version it was.
and then her
Yeah.
big ass ship is pink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Stitch.
Yeah, the one that can dodge anything and then Super Robot Wars. What's hilarious too is that like she just happens to have like two fully like fueled up nuclear Gundams
Yeah,
inside
that's
of
the
it.
thing I didn't get in Gundam Seed.
She's just flying
like-
around this fucking arsenal.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm neutral in this, but I have also two nuclear powered mechs."
I'm a
Like,
peacekeeping idol. Also, I have like two Metal Gears in my basement,
you want one though? Like,
and she's flying around in arsenal gear. Like, what the fuck is this? That like brief tangent. That's why her being like the big good guy who's actually behind everything in Super Wars is actually funny. Because it'd be way more interesting if this cutesy idol was actually just this like Lelouch level badass.
Yeah.
Who like that would explain why she only has mechs in her basement.
I feel like there should have been more Geass powers in the show.
Well, it depends. Like if they want to actually focus on that, then they should have done that because it comes out of nowhere in season 2.
Yeah.
When they find the whole like Geass lab, and there's like tons of like child soldiers there, and they don't explain anything.
See, like when they showed that, I was like, "Is Suzaku a part of this or no?" But they didn't really go into it. Oh, I forgot about all those Geass kids in the labs and shit.
Yeah, that's what makes all the Black Knights really pissy because they have to kill them all, and Luce doesn't explain why. And it's like, bro, just explain that they're child soldiers and they're trying to kill all of you. Also, you maybe don't have to explain when they all pick up guns, they're shooting back.
Yeah.
Black Knights are just idiots. Oh, and one last worst thing worth mentioning is, do you remember they would always do like the preview for the next episode?
Yeah.
And it always had it had the best music because it got this weird Spanish guitar. I love those little musics because I remember they used that too in the Grand Blue Fantasy crossover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one, remember I showed you that one, and it's so weirdly accurate
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
because all the characters act like how the characters would, and then freaking Lelouch just blasts someone point blank in the face with a laser gun. He does a Gundam victory where he makes a mech fight a person, and
Yeah.
it's like, yo, that's why you don't ever poison Nonoli, because Lelouch just turn into a psycho on you. Point blank, and you get the person scream as like she gets blasted. Oh man, great! Lelouch is such a fucking psycho.
That's the thing about Lelouch. I love him because he's so crazy. Yeah, the writing around him might not be good at times, but holy shit, it's hilarious.
Yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like some of his plans are actually legitimately smart. Like in season 1, when he lets Rick the Britannians to fight him on a mountain,
Mhm.
and then he causes a whole like mudslide of rocks to happen and just take them all out for him. And he does all that other stuff in the first season that, like, at least for the first half, they're actually pretty clever.
Mhm.
Yeah, every now and then. Sometimes he's actually smart. Sometimes he's BBC Sherlock.
See, like, I don't know, like, I kind of like that because it plays into how dumb and over the top he is.
That's the thing, right? It depends. Like when you're watching the episodes, you're into it because they do a good job of making you buy the bullshit in the moment.
Mhm.
It's afterwards where you stop and think about it and you go, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
None of this works. Like, 'cause I remember when I watched like the Yuffie episode, I was still like, okay, that's kind of stupid, but like
Yeah.
I was still into it. It was only afterwards where I was like, no, that's the dumbest thing I've ever watched.
Well, Lucia's character is hilarious because he's so over the top that when he does stupid shit, like, it kind of works. It's justified in a sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the Yuffie one is a bit of a stretch, but for the other ones too. Of course, he wouldn't explain certain things. Like, he's so in his own world, you know what I mean?
well, I mean, just look at any of it. Like Mount when he does like an evil smirk. It's all like, or he does his fucking laugh or anything. God, like he's so over the top.
Oh yeah, there are those stupid samurai knights, dude. What are they
Oh
called again?
God, yeah. I don't even know their names, but remember when they try to like make you like care about the guy and the girl, the main ones?
Yeah.
But like that's the thing we were talking about earlier. It's like why I don't know why they introduced some of these side characters.
Oh, Toto, that's his name.
Oh, I don't even remember that. But like this entire episode, we have to go rescue them because Luce wants
Yeah.
better fighters on his team. But then they amount to nothing, and there's like four of them, and only the main guy does anything, and they never contribute anything. They never have any kind of plot developments. And it's like, what was the point of these characters? And that happens again because in season 2 is a lot of basically a retread. That's when they introduced the Chinese characters, and they also add nothing. And then there's also they also have their own princess. Remember the princess?
The little girls,
The,
right?
the two of them, yeah. What was the point of them? What did they add? Like the Japanese one wants the bone of Lelouch, even though she's never even seen his face.
The only good thing I remember about the Japanese princess was how Lelouch dunked on her in the school during the peace meeting, and he like took it
Oh
over.
yeah.
Yeah, he just absolutely destroyed her. I was like, holy shit.
What's hilarious too is I think that there's even a line where he basically does the whole "Emperor, I love democracy."
I think like they even end that scene with her crying. Like that's how bad he destroyed her.
Well, then she's crying because oh no, the guy I wanted to marry is evil. And then like, what was the point of the Chinese one?
She's like a child bride to that creep.
To the creep, and that's it. And then Lelouch frees her, and then and does his over the top pose to the rainbows,
Yeah.
and then that's it. And the character never does anything. And it's like, there's so many characters that are like that. Where it's like, what?
Hell, like even all the Britannians, like you know how when he takes over and he guesses his whole royal family, you have a few distinct looking ones.
There's the two female cousins too, and like one of them is the one who orders the guards to go kill him.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are these? Why are you suddenly designing new characters?
Yeah, and they don't amount to anything. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many characters in this show that amount to nothing.
I mean, on one hand, it's like, yeah, you actually recognize all characters. On the other hand, it's like, well, what's the point? You might as well not have bothered.
I think because like they're like a group of artists, right? So I think they just really like the drawing characters. 'Cause remember that you showed me that Keto the Exile picture of the ending?
Yeah.
How many of those characters in that picture without the two main guys do you think actually matter?
Right? I recognize 2 or 3 of them. That's it.
There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18.
Yeah,
There's like
you got
20.
it.
There's like 19 or 20 characters on screen, and I think maybe 2 of them matter.
I guess that is kind of more unique, where it's not, oh, it's a show full of generic characters. But I don't know, because when you do special designs like this, I kind of expect more out of them, you know what I mean?
And then season 2 adds even more nothing characters. Because remember, all they add the whole like knights around,
Oh, yeah.
and you got the guy, and you have the blonde guy who really wants to fuck Suzaku.
Genos or something? Or that's
Yeah,
something else?
and then there's the pink hair chick and all the other stuff.
Only good thing about Anya.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you get Orange Boy doing his amazing speech.
Yeah, but there was some weird thing about her being the vessel of Lelouch's mom.
Yeah, that comes out of so nowhere.
Like, she gets possessed by the mom at one point and then talks to, like, C2 like they know each other, because they do, but, like, it's just weird.
They're hanging out when they're gonna go towards the thing with Schneisel, and she's just possessing her somehow. Because apparently, when the mom died, the mom also had a Geass, and was able to put her soul inside Anya. And like where is this from and why?
And it wasn't until Orange freed her from it with his Geass Canceller.
Yeah,
Which is another ass pull, by the way. A Geass Canceller? How the fuck do you make that? You know what I mean?
no, they never explain it, and it's pretty underused considering he should have just gone around just spamming it.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually makes more sense in the movie that he does use it on Shirley, because at least then it gets used more than once. Remember the ninja?
His maid, right?
Yeah.
The only good thing about her was that filler episode, the school festival one in season 2.
Where she does the Lulu copter.
Yeah.
The festival is so fucking stupid. And then Lou's just like watching this and like face palming. I was like, she's going way too over the top because like of course no one thinks he can do this shit.
Yeah.
And this is all happening, and it's, like I remember that meme of this is a serious show about war.
Honestly, at this point when this also takes place, yeah, it's getting bad. Like,
It's fucking stupid show. And then where's some like, I'm not surprised they're able to cut down the show into just like 2 movies.
honestly,
There is
yeah.
so much crap, especially in season 2, that you just like everything to do with school just throw in the trash, and suddenly you have like half as much episodes.
Let's start talking about season 2 then.
Maximum retread.
I get why they did the intro episode like that for shock value. Like, whoa, what happened? Did time reset? Is it a time loop or something? But like, it didn't need to last longer than that episode, if you ask
I
me.
know.
He should have just gained back his memories at the end.
And then, but for some reason, I guess they thought people like didn't watch the first season, so they wanted to like start over. I think there's some weird thing where like they got switched to a different network,
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
and so I think that's why they were kind of forced to basically make make a separate show on its own, kind
Hmm.
of. It makes it worse because then they waste so much time just faffing about, and Lucius has to keep up this whole like thing where he's pretending to be that he's still Geass.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you think once he gains back his memory, it's over, but no, he still plays along with it. It just feels like they did it for shock value for season two intro. How does this start? It's like, whoa, it's a retread. Like, is it a time loop? What happened? Whoa, where's Nunnally? Why does he have a brother now? Is this an alternate dimension? You know what I mean? Like, and then it just falls apart when they explain what it actually is, and then they drag it out.
Oh, and for some reason, Valletta is now pretending to be a school counselor or something. Just to
Yeah.
watch them, and that's just there so they can dress her up in sexy teacher outfits,
Oh my god, yeah.
including the fucking fan service for the Valentine's episode where like all the girls are trying to stop Lelouch and they're dressing up like strippers. Why? And and then Lelouch just like goes beyond thoughts and keeps going. Because of course you're not his sister. Why do you even care?
Oh my god. Fucking Rolo. I actually like Rolo's power. It's actually smart.
Well, I mean it's just Dio, right?
Well,
But instead it hurts him.
yeah, but that I like, which is the Jotaro version of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a good. It's that interesting. 'Cause, yeah, it stops everything, including his heart. Yeah, his power of the work. Just the problem is it's attached to that character.
Yeah,
Is weird, like somewhat Yander guy who's like crazy about Lelouch for some reason.
it's funny. He's like some reverse Lelouch. Like he cares a bit too much for his like fake brother. But it's funny because I think they make a point that Lelouch purposely manipulated him too. Like after he gained his memories.
Because at first he's supposed to just be like an assassin, but then like Lelouch starts playing up being the big brother super hard just to get him more on his side.
Yeah, just to destroy him too. I remember
Yeah,
that.
he manipulates him so because he's planning on basically on destroying him mentally, and it doesn't work.
I mean, it actually worked though when you think about it.
Well, I
Doesn't
mean,
he-
he didn't destroy him in the end. Instead, the guy. Well, I guess he killed himself to save him. So yeah, somewhat.
Well, and also because he played it up so hard, he saved his life too. Like Rolo, I mean.
Yeah,
Because then Lelouch should have been blasted away
yeah.
by the
I'm not,
stupid Black Knights.
Rolo's a weird character. Like, but he's just annoying in the show to watch. 'Cause he's not an interesting character.
On paper, he's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with his powers. Even how he goes out. Like, yeah, I know you don't care about him. So, like, that ending didn't mean anything to you. But, like, on paper, it's a good
On paper,
ending.
it's a good ending to a character's arc. Like on paper, everything about Rolo works. It's just the execution doesn't
It's
because
horrible, yeah.
he's annoying as hell.
Didn't he kill Shirley?
Well, depending on whether or not you care, that could be brownie points. For me, I just didn't care about either of them, so there was nothing.
I don't know why. I always mix it up. I thought it was Mao that killed Shirley.
No, he takes her hostage, Mao,
I always somehow mix it up, though.
because he's trying to get her to kill Lelouch. Because Valetta's also doing the same thing, and because Lelouch uses her eventually to forget everything. I think that's also part of the thing when the dude oh yeah, that's in the movie when he ungeezes her, then she gets her all memories back and remembers that Lelouch is zero. The movies actually, I'll give them that. They actually managed to make some of the side characters matter to some degree. Shirley
Yeah.
actually does a thing. Like
Right? Like, Shirley became the main character, honestly, with what she did.
no, Cornelia became the main character.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Shirley just played a bigger role because I remember people thought that she was going to become Zero, and do big, but she doesn't.
Wasn't Shirley the one who stole Lelouch's body?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that happens off screen, right?
I know, right? That's
but,
why.
but it still does the thing. But instead, for some reason, they pushed Cornelia for SummerSlam.
Ah. Fucking arms. Oh, yeah, the limbs. Oh, my God.
Oh man, the spaghetti limbs. Yeah.
Apparently, Clamp only did the designs. I thought they helped with the story, but no. They only did the designs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, some of the characters are like I'm pretty sure like everything that happened between Lelouch and Sadaku, I thought was them.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe they had some influence, but for the most part, I think they only did character design.
So was it Sunrise that wrote it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that would actually explain it, right? Because this is how they. So that means they just ripped themselves off with the whole
see,
Kira
right?
half run. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it worked though, so
They did it better because in this one, like, well, I don't know. Afrin and Suzaku are actually pretty similar. They're both just
Afrin-
assholes who think they're justified in literally everything.
well, look at the Gundam Atherin pilots in the end. It's Infinite Justice, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's right there on the tin, Justice, like
that's still the coolest name though.
Infinite Justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Imagine that, like, what rocks onto the middle of the battlefield. Yo, what just joined the battlefield? And you see the thing, Infinite Justice joined the battle. Oh, fuck.
Well, in Strike Freedom sounds awesome.
Yeah, Strike Freedom is pretty cool too. But like, if I could take the name of Infinite Justice and slap it on the Strike Freedom, I totally would. 'Cause Strike Freedom is the best looking mech. At least they made the so they took Afron, but at least they took Kira and threw him in the trash and then made Lelouch instead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, is there a Kira archetype in this show? Code Geass, like a peace loving, like I don't want to fight
Yuffie.
kind of. Yeah, but she didn't last long to have an
She didn't last
impact.
long enough. No, they took Whiny Teenager and gave it to Rolo.
Yeah.
Oh man! Oh, we should save it because the clip of English Kira crying. It's hilarious.